Hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the very first day of Vlogmas. Yep, we're gonna try uploading a video every day through Christmas. And of course, what do people like to do for Christmas? Buy presents, receive presents, and so I thought the perfect video for the very first day would be a gift guide specifically for your disabled peers, family, maybe even yourself. I have done a few of these in the past, so I will link those down below and possibly up here. If you've been here for a couple of years, you might see some repeats, but if you're new, then this video is perfect for you, and then you can always go back to the other ones. Also, this list will cover various price points. You'll get some things that are or should be fairly affordable and some things that are more expensive. Obviously this year is tough on all of us, but regardless, I just want to have these ideas out there just in case there's somebody who may be able to help out with that. So the first thing on my list generally is, or are, English grammar, smartphones. So two new things that have been coming out recently or will be coming out: the iPhone 12 series, the regular, the Pro Max. Also the Google Pixel 5 is coming out. Of course you don't need the 12 because those are going to be more expensive. You can go with the 11 or the Google Pixel 4 as well. It's just basically what I'm trying to get out here is somewhere along the lines of those for various reasons. Apple is really good with accessibility. I've been using iPhone for years. You have lots of apps that are deaf friendly. I have a video about certain apps that you can use that are voice to text, or no apps that have really big text and then it gets smaller as your message gets longer. There's also accessibility features like, have you noticed that sometimes when you tap the back of your phone, a screenshot ends up being taken? That is for mobility, and a lot of people are like, why in the world does this keep happening? But yeah, I think it's set to default. For some reason it doesn't work on mine. I think it's because of the case. It's really good for, you know, that kind of stuff. Also, you can switch your keyboard to left and right. Somebody from the Android world is going to tell me, we've already had these features long before. Well, you know what? Okay. I found that a lot of deaf people and a lot of disabled people in general, but especially deaf people, are wanting to get into YouTube and stuff more and more, which I think is fantastic. And you don't need an expensive camera. I mean, my camera's only like 500 bucks. That's a lot of money, but compared to other cameras, right? You know, the smartphones now can do whatever the heck big cameras can do. The iPhone 11 Pro Max camera is amazing, and I'm sure the iPhone 12 is too. And the good thing about the Google Pixels, this is actually on any Android phone as well, but a lot of people really like the Google Pixels because the camera is great and Google Live Transcribe is on it. It is amazing. Again, it's also on other Android phones. I found that is the best live transcribing app. So if you're going out and about and someone's being a little bit annoying and doesn't want to actually write things down, it picks things up very well. It also picks up sounds, although sometimes it can be a little bit incorrect, but it's actually better than the sound recognition on iPhone, I feel like. Also with iPhone, you get a lot of really good captioning apps, like if you're doing IG stories, Instagram stories, Cliptomatic. It also works for any type of video, so if you were on Twitter as well and you're talking, it'll automatically caption. Mixed Captions is another app. A lot of deaf people have been using it lately to open caption the videos. I don't know if those apps are on the Google Play Store or anything else that uses Android. So you just gotta take a look at both phones and see what you like. Apple Watches. I love using Apple Watches with my iPhone because sometimes I miss the vibration on the phone if it's in my pocket, if it's in my bag. So if I have a text message or any other notification, it'll pop up and vibrate on my wrist, and I can usually feel it. Also, if you need to check like your heart rate, your blood pressure, whatever it is that I think Apple Watches do, those are always good to have because a lot of disabled people have to, you know, check for that stuff. Mahalo wristlet cases, and yes, I have two of the exact same one. I'm actually going to be giving these away. I think that these are absolutely fantastic for travel. For one, they are RFID blocking, and I'm actually trying to change my wallets and my bag so that they are RFID blocking. Granted, we're not really traveling anywhere yet, or we're not really supposed to be, but you know, should that time come. But really, it's not even just for travel. You go around anywhere, somebody's probably going to try to scan your personal information, your cards and stuff. This is going to help stop that. If you or someone you know has a crap ton of cards, this is great. You can put your ID just straight right here. And now the thing that I really love, magnetic phone cases. As you can see, this is not going to fly off. These two specifically are for the iPhone XR, so I can't even test it out for you. But what you can do on the website, so if you do enter this giveaway and you don't have an XR, if you're able to, you can go to the website and get a magnetic case. Any magnetic case really doesn't even have to look like this, and you can buy it for your phone type and just stick it in here. And of course you have even more card slots here. If you don't have a whole lot of cards, this might be a little bit of waste of space, but for traveling, again, I think it's absolutely amazing and worth it. When I'm traveling, I get so tired and like my brain fog is like on hyperdrive, so I tend to kind of misplace things sometimes, or it's just people are in line waiting behind me and I have my cane and things like that, and it's just too much to deal with. So just being able to have it here and not really worry about it falling out is pretty fantastic. So if you're interested in winning these, it's going to be a little bit different. I will have a link to my Twitter and the Twitter thread that will have the giveaway. The reason for that is the system that I feel like is safe and easy for giveaways. It's not really allowed on YouTube. YouTube doesn't like it when you use that for giveaways straight on here. So you're going to have to go on my Twitter for that, but I'll link that down below. The sonic alarm, a deaf person's best friend. Can you even see it? It's sort of in this hello? Right there. Absolutely my best friend. I don't know what I'd be able to do without it. It will wake a deaf person up. I have a whole video on it and people were very confused on how even after I did that video, how this is gonna wake up. It's like an earthquake in your apartment. So if you live in LA, you might be playing an alarm or earthquake game depending on what time your alarm is on. But it will wake you up. When it goes with me everywhere I travel, I will never not use it when I have an appointment. One of the most annoying things about being a deaf person living somewhere is when you have people come over but you can't hear them come over. So maybe you have to sign for a package or the cable guy is coming. But you know, I really don't like having to wait by the window all the time, especially if I don't really know when they're coming. So having a Ring alarm is pretty fantastic. They're gonna show up on your phone. You know when somebody's gonna come over. If it's a friend, obviously they can text you when they're on their way. But if it's somebody like a service person, those things are amazing. Plus if you have any creepers running around, always good to have that sort of safety feature. Buy from your favorite deaf and other disabled people's stores, merch stores. I have a merch store. I'll link it down below. I'm hoping to have some new merch out soon. We're having some issues with some licensing and whatnot. But hey, if you're interested, I'll link it down below. One of my other favorites is Deaf Identity. This is an England-owned shop. So if you were to get, say, like this sweater or a hoodie or a shirt or something with any custom lettering on it, this isn't BSL. So keep that in mind. It's not going to be an ASL, but I have my name and BSL on a sweater. There are many other items on the shop. There's also other shops like Buy Mara I Love You is very popular. Hell, my pal Patrick McMullen just came out with the shop. Cheyenne Clearbrook, if you subscribe to her, she also just came out with her own merch. Airy B is a black deaf owned business, so if you want to support some black deaf people as well, I'll have those linked down below, or I'll have their shop linked down below. Our Sign Tees is also black, deaf, and queer owned as well. I'm gonna have way more links down below in the description box. There's so much more that you can look at. One extremely important one that I think will be very useful and very appreciative. If you find a disabled person on Twitter, on the internet, anywhere in general, your family, your friends who might have a GoFundMe, or if they have a Venmo, or PayPal, or whatever, consider donating to that. I'm someone who has had so much medical problems this year, and I've been very appreciative of everyone that's been able to help out. And you know, there's so many other stories, you know, disabled people dealing with surgeries, needing medication, things like that. They get very expensive, and disabled people are severely unemployed or underemployed, both really, and there's a whole thing about insurance as well. So if you're able to pass a couple bucks around, consider doing that. I think that's probably going to be maybe the most important out of all of these. Now, as someone who has very swollen foot. I have 2 swollen feet now, but one got injured and pretty much blew up. Yes, I've gone to the doctor and they just said, rest it and deal with it. It's not broken. Okay, thanks, doctor. Thank you, $100 for that. Thanks. But since I've had that injury and since I've gained a lot of weight and and have carpal tunnel syndrome in both wrists, more so this one, it's been very difficult for me to find shoes that aren't flip-flops or sandals of some sort. It's getting colder. I want sneakers, but it's so hard to find shoes. I don't want to size my feet up or my shoes up to a size 9 or 10 because then it won't fit my other foot, right? So I just needed something I couldn't figure out. And somebody told me about Velcro shoes being the easiest for me right now until I can work on myself to better it. And I found these New Balance shoes. I don't know where they are right now, probably downstairs, but I'll post a picture here. I have the black ones currently and I want to get the white ones as well. They made my life so much easier. I could have one feet and I don't have to struggle. I bought so many new pairs of shoes and returned them just because I can't get them on. Adaptive clothing is really good. I love it. I've seen more of it around. Flick Chicks, I've done a post for them on Instagram before. They have adaptive underwear, so if you're struggling to put on your own underwear, that's fantastic. On days when I have really bad chronic pain, I just like to use those, and I don't really have to fuss with it. You just take it and slide the little hooks together and you're done. Tommy Hilfiger also has a line. I don't have any pieces from that, but my friends Lolo and Angel, they both own pieces from that line and they both work with Tommy and help promote that line. So cool, take a look at that. Canes are going to be fantastic for your ambulatory cane user friends or 24/7 cane user friends. I forgot to get mine out of the car and my dad has the car. The ones that fold up are really good, especially for travel if you want to just chuck it in your bag. I have a blue one right now. You might have seen videos I've done with it in the past. Canes are great. They have helped me so much. I used to be so scared to walk around with a cane. I felt like people would judge me, but very great on high pain and fatigue days. And second to last on this list, wrist braces. I keep losing mine. I have some for both hands, but I primarily wear them on this hand because this is where I get the most pain and numbness. You can't really put these in the wash machine, so you gotta hand wash them. Or maybe you can put them. Has anybody put their wrist braces in a wash machine? Do you just take the metal out and then put it in the wash machine? But yeah, so I've been hand washing these and they take 500 years, that's way an exaggeration, to dry. And so I'm kind of braceless for a couple of days and I keep thinking I have backups and I don't know where the backups are. So, and they're expensive. This is like $25. Get your wrist brace wearing friends a bunch of these because hello. And speaking of medical supplies, last but not least, Amazon gift cards. I know there's a big issue with Amazon and Bezos and, you know, being extremely rich and not distributing his money enough. I understand why there are lots of people that boycott Amazon and all power to you. But the fact of the matter is lots of disabled people do depend on Amazon for getting groceries, for getting their medical supplies in bulk, or really anything. Prime is very useful for disabled people that can't drive out and get stuff, can't get Uber, can't, if they don't have friends and family that will be able to bring stuff, especially right now during a pandemic, right? Things are a little bit more complicated, and Amazon Prime is the most accessible. Until we get something that is more accessible, Amazon works really well for disabled people. So Amazon gift cards would be absolutely great for people who need that. If you're able to boycott Amazon and use something else, I say go for it. Put your money somewhere else, more local, things like that. But I'm just not a fan of shaming disabled people who do need Amazon Prime to be able to get what they need and to be able to live. So, alright, that's everything on my disability gift guide. If you have any other suggestions, I'm sure there are more. What's something that you would like on your wish list, you disabled viewer, you leave it down in the comments. Maybe somebody else can get some other inspiration. Maybe list what your disability is as well, because, you know, maybe it'll help out more, right? There's specifics listed. Just a reminder, if you're interested in these wristlets, because they need to go somewhere, I don't want them anymore. So I'm gonna give these to 2 of you. You do have to be US only, by the way, shipping, I'm sorry. Again, that link will be down below, so go take a look. I wanna help spread the joy a little bit this year and also clean my closet. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share this video everywhere so people will be well aware of what kind of gifts they can give to someone. I think this will be a great beginner's gift guide, if you will, for someone who really doesn't know what to get people and they don't want to ask because they don't want to spoil it, right? Subscribe if you haven't yet and stay tuned for more videos this month, and I will see you later. Bye.